What's up, guys? This is Red from Wasted Attention, and we're going to be reviewing the new Killswitch Engage album, Atonement. But before that, I got to talk to these motherfuckers about their little Killswitch Engage review.
We have some atonement of
about,
ourselves to do.
Live or just breathing. These motherfuckers decide to give the album a decent rating and then shit all over my band. So, we're going to go from there, guys.
He's just mad because we didn't give it a 10.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean,
in fact, I could probably go lower.
Yeah. I think that's a low blow. All right? Here's the deal. This band changed the world, okay? I sound like Trump right now. I gotta
Tremendous guitar riff.
Tremendous riffs, okay,
I
guys?
showed him everything he knows. I don't know if you know this.
But for real, we're talking like I'm gonna say this is a groundbreaking. That Alive or Just Breathing was a groundbreaking album. And
for the band or for the scene or what?
For the band,
Uh-huh.
and for just like the feel, dude. Like this is a feel album.
I just feel differently about it. That's
you
all.
feel differently about it. You guys are all technical and I didn't like Jesse screaming. He wasn't technically
Look,
trained.
all right,
Motherfucker, he came out here and he laid his heart out on the line and he was fucking killing it.
If you go back and listen, I said he tried really hard. I'm not saying he didn't try really hard.
You sound like my second grade teacher.
All I'm saying is, all right, I love Eddie Van Halen, but I'm not going to go back and listen to Eddie Van Halen before he really learns how to fucking play guitar. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like he's learning his fucking instrument. I give him credit. I just think it doesn't sound good. We all came from that point where we all fucking suck and we work at it, and now he's fucking better than he's ever been. All right?
Right.
Fair enough?
Yeah, but you can't get that feel. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna. The album that we're getting ready to review is fucking phenomenal to me. I like it. It's got a good feel. It's where Killswitch should be. But Alive or Just Breathing, dude, I'm telling you, I know maybe everybody wasn't the greatest at what they did, but it just came together for me.
Yeah.
The stars aligned for that album. For me.
Yeah, there's plenty of tracks that I dug, but I don't know.
It's too... what's the best way to put it? It's just too, like, here's the metal part, here's the singing chorus part. It's that radio. It's almost meant for radio that we were just talking about in the last episode with the Slipknot and shit. And I just feel it come together a lot better on End of Heartache. It felt more natural. It wasn't black and white. Obviously, Jesse and Howard are black and white, so maybe it is a little bit black and white. But
I think End of Heartache was more commercial.
For sure, because it had obviously the title track.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just feel like the music and everything
it was
flows
more metal.
Better.
It was End of Heartache was more metal. Alive or Just Breathing was more, to me, more hardcore feel. And I don't know. I know like the riffs were more, I don't know, a little bit faster probably in End of Heartache, and more metal style riffing where you had more like chugs and breakdown feel in Alive or Just Breathing.
I just think they evolved better for the most part.
And then
they went back to the same shit again.
Is it evolved better as a whole or evolved better into what you think sounded better for your personal preference?
Probably both.
Yeah. Alive or Just Breathing was that true definition of what East Coast hardcore was at that point.
They brought together everything to me that was good about other stuff. I don't know other bands. I don't know what other band. Like Shadows Fall had like some good singing. Like he had good vocals. Probably better technically than Jesse. But the heart is what I'm talking about, bro.
I guess that's all that matters, right?
So, and maybe it's just because, Jesse is a little more out there than a lot of other singers and whatever. And I get like the feel of, he left the band because he was going through shit with the wifey and all that stuff. So you got to think, like, I watch all the YouTube videos and shit of that era, and it's just all fucking energy. Like I get the energy. I get the feel. Like the screams and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a feel guy rather than a technical guy.
Maybe it's just I felt like with the new era, when Hojo came in, it just changed it for me. Maybe it brought back more of the heavy metal stuff. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm not that
it's more
huge of a
metal.
fan of East Coast stuff.
Yeah.
But I like JD said, I tried. I rated it higher than him, and apparently I talked more shit just as much as he does on that one.
Like my favorite, like I enjoyed Howard's. What song did he redo?
Fixation.
Fixation on the
Fixation.
Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Even that video, is like just the feel, dude, of like people jumping off the stage
Yeah.
and just fucking like, I don't know. It just brings me. Maybe it just brings me back to that time when I listened to it. And
It
stuff
could be.
like that. Like a nostalgic feel. To
Yeah. It struck with you.
Yeah.
And everybody who knows you personally knows that that's the album that
What's
They
the-
showed me that album
Did they
because
really?
I listened to. I think maybe it was like a Howard album that I first listened to. I'm sure I heard the old like Jesse's Killswitch, but I never like jammed it until you gave me the album. And I was
Right.
like, holy fuck!
I was like, yeah, I was probably
You're like, yeah, here, take this.
Yeah.
You were so on and off on different things.
I was,
like,
and that's
It's like
me.
spoiler alert 8.2, bro.
Yeah, right. That's just me though. It's you listen to these episodes and I could go back and already contradict what I've said on certain things. It's very hard for me to stick to an opinion because music is that
You're moody.
revolving. I am moody.
It's that's how
Yeah,
it depends on the mood you're in.
for sure.
What
That's
are the
how I
top
am.
3 for you on that album?
On Alive or Just Breathing,
Yeah.
Rise Inside, and I know it's just, dude, his fucking vocals, just the heaviness, the screaming, the scratch. I know the stuff you guys don't like, the scratchiness of his voice.
Sounds painful.
I'm gonna go. Let me pull it up real quick. but
Hold on, he's got to
that's-
pull up his favorite album track
Fuck
listing.
you. Well, I don't want to go with
Poser.
Poser.
Boo this man.
Honestly, dude, I like every fucking song on this album. There's not a number one, like Rise Inside is my go-to song when I'm in the car and I want to fucking work on my heavy vocals, okay? I actually like I think In the Unblind and When the Balance is Broken are like the extra tracks on that album.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know
aren't-
those ones.
Those aren't on the original.
Uh-uh.
Those should have been on the album to me.
Yeah.
What'd you take off? Or would you just add them to it?
I wouldn't take off. Maybe To the Sons of Man I would take off.
Don't
I
know
like
what
that
is.
one.
That's
I thought that was
that's
that
really
punky one that
fucking
you didn't
hard
like.
though.
Mm-mm. Anything. I like the punky stuff. I
Are
like
you sure
Self
that's the one that
Revolution.
you were talking about?
I'm pretty sure. No, maybe I was thinking about Self Revolution.
Self Revolution is that one that's like break.
Yeah, I think that one.
Dude, I don't know. The Rise Inside is my number one on that album, and I like Just Barely Breathing and Fixation on the Darkness. I know that I don't want to say it, but that's like
That's how we were too. And then even with My Last Serenade, like, ugh, I don't want to talk about it, but you have to.
yeah. I mean, just because I've outplayed it doesn't mean it's not good
Yeah.
to me. But yeah, those are my top 3. And that's weird because like the Rise Inside to me seems like a little bit different than the rest of the album.
So
I like the
thought
pickup
that
on
for,
it. Dun, 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 dun.
Barely breathing.
Barely Breathing. Yeah, because it's got like a, I don't know.
It's got
just a different
little bit of
feel.
everything. I think it's the best written one.
Rise Inside has that tempo change, right? Where they start off a little bit slower and then it just like increases.
Yeah.
Which is it. I didn't expect that when I first heard it. So
They went Anthrax with it.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
But dude, I don't know. Every fucking song I like. I know they didn't change much on each song. And maybe that's just my formula. They caught my fucking formula of
Right.
what I like.
Yeah. It hit you, man. It touched you.
So
See, I haven't said the same thing. The formula works for him.
yeah,
It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, you're like I don't know what it is, dude. If it maybe I don't know. Like All That Remains, I really don't care for them, and they're pretty fucking similar
Yeah.
on some albums.
Yeah, that is
But-
one band I could not get behind. And I
Yeah.
respect what they do for their scene. I know they're really popular, but
I just feel like they're coming from the heart, and they're like fuck. They remind me of like laid back dudes, like we would be like just bullshitting and like
Right.
talking shit about each other, and
yeah.
like I don't know. Maybe it's just a hole.
Phil
Maybe it's the
Labante's
whole-
pretty interesting on Twitter. I got to give you that.
Oh, Phil.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll respond to you. And
Anything you fucking say, he's gonna respond.
yeah, but you know what? You better come prepared because he'll fucking be like, well, why do you feel that way?
Him and Ivan would be best friends.
Oh, I know. We say that all the time to him, man. Oh my goodness gracious,
That's awesome.
they would be.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. You guys just killed my favorite album ever.
But you're making it seem like we like ripped it to shreds. We really
You guys talk shit.
we just expressed
Welcome
our
to every
opinion.
fucking episode
I
we've
know.
ever had.
No,
Even the albums we like, we're like,
Time out. I feel like I'm the listener, and I'm
Yeah.
like these motherfuckers.
Right. Good. We
that's why
we've
we only
touched
get like
you.
8 people listening.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's all right.
I
This
like
is
it.
This is a podcast for trolls, is what this is.
It is.
It really
You
is.
just want to hear some shit talking? Go listen to Wasted
Yeah.
Attention.
But you know what? We've
I
been,
like it.
Yeah,
Hey.
we've been through this before.
It comes from a place of respect.
Yeah. And then we're
just
actually
doesn't-
backing
You've been
up.
listening for fucking 20 years. You tell me. You know.
No, we explain why we feel that way. You know
I-
what I mean?
yeah.
Not like, just, oh, it sucks. Like, no, you have to get into the
Why?
element. Yeah, exactly.
Don't just say it sucks.
right.
And we kind of get into the why. And I respect your guys' opinion. And
So we're gonna hold you to that while we talk about. Speaking of things that suck, we're gonna be reviewing Killswitch Engage's
Oh.
8th studio album from Metal Blade Records
Jesus.
called Atonement. Just came out on August 16th, and we're just gonna go through this baby track by track.
Gonna do
And
track
That's cool
track.
by me.
yeah,
That's fine. Okay.
Who do you want to start?
I'll do me because we put Red on the spot already. Unleashed. It was the first song that was released off of this album.
Yes.
Got my dick hard then, and it still does now. I liked it.
Does it?
I do. I like it. It's a solid track, man. It's got that nice and heavy, ugly fucking just oof,
Yeah.
and it keeps up like that for me. I was very pleasantly surprised with it.
I think it would be top 3 for me.
Yeah.
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 At first, when I first heard it, I thought it kind of belonged more in the Incarnate
Mhm.
album.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just like a good transition from it, though.
Right.
I think it's got the best vibe on the album
Yeah.
as far as everything goes. It's
Mhm.
the one that kind of stands out the most to me
Mhm.
musically. But yeah, verses. I told you this before, but like his verse melody reminds me of Blondie. Call me, call on me, I'll call you, baby. You
Yeah,
just put the
there you
riff
go.
in, so it still works. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I dig it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think that's
gave it like a
'cause-
4.25.
Yeah. He's like all over the place.
He really
like
is.
Jesse, as far as like musically.
Yeah.
So I think he brings in more than like some other people do,
Mhm.
like as far as vocally. And,
Agreed.
I don't
He's
know.
gotten way better.
Yeah.
Way better. And also too, just
See,
'cause-
we weren't wrong.
yeah, he's been through a lot, obviously too, in his personal life, and I felt on this album the lyrics really were
Oh,
fantastic.
I put for a song called Unleashed, the lyrics are pretty tame.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I agree.
I like
I
it.
want more anger out of him.
Now, when I first read the lyrics, because he released the lyrics before the single came out, because I'm a fanboy,
Mhm.
and I was like, dude, this is gonna be a heavy fucking song.
Right.
Like I'm like, everybody's like, oh, this sounds kind of like End of Heartache or whatever, and I'm like, no, this is gonna be way heavier.
Yeah.
And then they released it, and I was like, oh, I guess it isn't heavier. So I was disappointed initially. Actually, I was disappointed because I was like, I wanted it to be fucking blistering.
Yeah.
And then after listening to it, and then, you know, they caught my hook, and I was like, okay, it's a good song. It's my kill switch. I like him.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys were expecting. I mean, it's still Killswitch. How fucking nasty.
That's the problem. It's got to be it's got to be moving in new directions. It can't
Right.
be just the same reshuffled formula and shit.
Right.
Like,
Which
when
there
I-
is a little bit on here, but we're gonna get to that.
When I seen like Deceive Me, Release Me, Unleash Me, I'm thinking like, Deceive Me, Release Me. You know, I'm
Right.
thinking like
Fast pace.
Yeah.
something fucking crazy, and then it's like, DC.
Yeah.
Which I like, not like, that's my kill switch,
Right.
but I was hoping for heavier. But they gave me heavy on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely,
It's definitely the
they
thrashes.
gave me heavy on album.
Yeah. Well, they did it, man.
I don't. The one thing that bothers me, I feel like I could sum up Jesse's lyrics in like 4 words. It's rise, overcome,
Darkness,
hope, and
light.
unity. I was like, all right, I got it, Jesse. Cool, man.
That's, but
Way to reach out a
Oh,
little
that
bit.
is horrible.
But that's
to
him.
say.
I'm just all right. In my defense, because I get the whole positive vibe. That's cool. You got to put that out there. But I want to see,
Right.
there's a yin and yang to everything. I want to see what Jesse feels like when he's depressed. Or I know you get pissed off and you hate shit sometimes. It's okay to express it. You don't have to fucking mean it.
Right.
You know, it's like, because I've been listening.
I think where he sits is there's enough of that, so you might as well just go ahead and do it. You know, we could listen to any.
But one song or two songs on the album, I don't think is too much. You know, it'd be him saying like, "I am just like you," like which he does, and I'm broken too. But I have these feelings too. We don't have to fucking dwell on them. Get that shit out positively through music or whatever the fuck else, poetry, whatever.
Yeah.
Leave that shit there, not out in the world. I don't
Yeah.
think that's too much to ask. Because I've been on this tool.
Can we
kick.
see it coming
That's totally good.
in the future with
I hope
nuclear
Whatever.
blast?
Could be.
Could be.
'Cause, like,
They have a lot to live up to.
I mean, I feel like because they knew they were going to be on this label, they made it a little bit more. Look at the video for the next song, "The Signal
Right.
Fire."
Right.
Like, when's the last time you seen fucking Adam D like headbanging like that?
When's the last time you heard anything like that from them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, this excites me, hopefully, for even the next album. But yeah, so I do get where you're coming from here.
Everybody's so
You-
on him for like his poeticness, but
You
like I
wanna
said,
see a darkness.
I like I said, I was on this tool kick all week, and I feel like Maynard puts it in better terms. Like he's more poetic with his shit. Like even just the lyrics to
I think
Parabola.
But I think musically the formula is obviously totally different. Killswitch got their
No, I just mean even like just
the
the
way,
way you like write, the way you
Yeah.
phrase things. You know, this mind, this body holding me reminds me all this pain is an illusion. I'm kind of torturing it, but yeah, I like the way he turns it more. You know, the phrase. That's all I'm saying.
So you don't feel like he's holding anything back, per se?
Who, Jesse?
No, Maynard.
Maynard's just got a way, like, you know, we give him so much shit for being like this. We think he's like this sarcastic asshole, but, you know, when you really dig into his lyrics and shit, there's a lot of hope and love in there.
Right.
And like this moving, trying to get everybody better. You know what I mean? Like we're all in this together. You know, you just fucking come on. We are eternal. All this pain is an illusion. I think that's a fucking awesome lyric.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just my thing.
I don't know. I guess Jesse is probably just he almost like simplifies it.
It might be punk rock though. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I honestly think that he probably does simplify a lot of the shit that he does. You know, maybe he writes originally to fit it into
Could
the
be,
Killswitch
yeah.
formula. Because the Empire Shall Fall, I think that had way more. For me, it was like more like less simple lyrics, but he was expressing a lot more. If you want to talk about like shit that was like a little bit darker, that was probably like one of his.
I've been meaning to go back and check it out.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. He's got so many fucking avenues of whatever. He's got like that punk and the hardcore shit. And
Which Notorious is more positive than metal. You know what I mean? But then there's a lot of fucking punk music that's horribly depressing.
yeah.
Like there's a band I listen to called Off With Their Heads, and they've got that upbeat, punky kind of feel to it, but the lyrics are horribly dark.
That's
you know what I
awesome.
mean? And
Yeah.
so I mean, it's how what legacy do you want to leave behind? And maybe Jesse's is, hey, I've been through some shit. But I'm gonna make sure that it comes across as positive. I don't know.
Yeah. I hear you.
So Unleashed, we all thumbs up on that one.
Yep.
Okay. The Signal Fire. Who wants to jump in? You. I'm looking
Me
at
go
you.
first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Heavy riffs, man. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for them to push this fucking shit. Full thrash ahead, I say.
Okay.
Halftime chorus at the end, I thought was a good
Mhm.
good feel. Hojo and Jesse are great together. Felt the lyrics were kind of stock and the solo was kind of stock.
Mhm.
Solos are. I love Killswitch. Solos are always stock for them.
Yeah, it's
me.
got that tone. I feel like they kind of followed the same kind of pattern almost, but for some reason the verse riff kind of reminds me of something off End of Heartache a little bit. I can't think of what it was off the top of my head. Maybe
I'll have to re-listen.
Take This Oath, or maybe When Darkness Falls. Maybe there's something that was real thrashy in that early Heartache.
Maybe
Hmm.
Darkness
It's
Falls.
kind of reminiscent of it. Not that it's like a straight rip, but
Yeah.
I gave it a 4.
4.
Yeah.
What about you, Brad?
This song was heavier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I was expecting like a big Hojo chorus, like something off of End of Heartache,
Yeah.
and so that was like pleasantly surprising. I don't know, dude. I love the back and forth. I like the when Jesse's doing just like the single words like broken, hopeless state of. Like, that's the heaviest part of the song for me is when he does that little fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing right there. So, I don't know, dude. Like, it's what like you said, it was what I was wanting. What I wanted the album to open up with probably would have been that song.
So you think like Unleashed should have had the same formula as Signal Fire, kind of?
Yeah. When I read the lyrics,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I was feeling the Signal Fire when I read the lyrics for Unleashed. So, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just fucking, it's a good heaviness.
Yeah.
The chorus is kind of like just a regular chorus for Killswitch.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I thought the
What do you
music
like?
was good. I put in there, it had a genty feel to it. It had that like little,
That little
little twang. You know what I mean?
It's a little twang.
It was nice to hear Hojo back. It was overall a good song. I think musically was better than what vocally was pushed out. Like you said, I was a little disappointed with Hojo's like kind of more laid back, but I honestly think that because was it Take This Oath on the second album
Yeah.
that brought back
Yeah.
Jesse.
Jesse? I thought that was a better collaboration between the two than this one was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel that a little bit more.
Yeah. But it was still cool to see it. The video was cool because I know Ivan had shared it to us like the day
Yeah.
before it came out, and it
When
was
I was
cool.
watching the video, I was like, he's got to be in it.
Yep.
And I'm like waiting, and then
Yeah.
he showed his back, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, there he is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, he looks fantastic. He seems like he's getting his shit together.
It was
Happy
pretty
for
cool.
him.
I want to see a fucking tour.
That would be awesome.
Killswitch, Light
Mhm.
the Torch. Who else? One or two more bands. Born of Osiris. I'd like to see them on that. And let's throw in Bad Wolves for me. That's me.
Do you think Bad
That's just
Wolves
me.
can keep up with that
Fuck
lineup
yeah.
though?
Tommy Vex. Dude, I don't care. I know you guys.
It actually probably would work.
like
'Cause they got a lot of singing.
Yeah, they
shit.
do.
Andy's fucking. I don't know, dude. I got a feeling Bad Wolf. I haven't seen him live. Have you seen him live?
No.
I got a feeling they're heavier. Their heaviest shit is probably feels a lot more heavier live.
Probably. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I'd
So-
second that.
And the drum fills on the fucking Bad Wolves are just so tasteful
Clean,
and
man.
fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, I
That's
like
all
that.
it is.
So.
Man, I just can't believe we missed them. We're
Damn
always
it,
on
dude.
it.
I know. I was at work. He texted me like, "Yeah, Bad Wolves is in town," and I'm like, "Fuck."
Right? It's like, how do we miss
Missed
that?
them twice
Yeah.
Yeah.
right before they broke out.
Yep. At the fucking bottom lounge.
Was it?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
I got a feeling like the energy that fucking Tommy Vex brings at a
Mhm.
live show is probably awesome. He's out there running around, jumping, throwing his towel.
For sure.
Got his shirt off.
Yep. Oh, that he's
the
such
ladies.
a beast now. I don't know. It's what we talked about. Well, since we're talking about it, we can talk about the new single that was released for them. We obviously covered their first album, and we were wondering what is the next round of Bad Wolves going to sound like. And it still is going to have that radio appeal, but still some of those
Yeah.
catchy little hookies every once in a while.
It
you
sounds
know?
like it's honestly, it's probably gonna be their next album will be like the closest thing a band has done. I'm thinking that sounds like their previous album.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's gonna sound pretty damn close to
Yeah.
what they had. They're all seasoned musicians and they kind of know like what people
Mhm.
want to hear,
It's true.
which I'm not. I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
I'd rather them go a little bit heavier than lighter. So we'll see.
But is that gonna be giving
don't
you
think
the big push? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're on tour right now with Papa Roach, and say what you want about Papa Roach, they're fucking huge for that scene. People are into
They're
it.
massive.
Yeah, they
didn't
nearly
realize
sold
that.
out the Aragon on Friday, and that's fucking
Yeah.
really hard to do.
I didn't know they were that big. Like,
yeah,
honestly.
dude. And they've gotten bigger over time, like huge.
It's crazy.
You know, I don't know. And they seem really positive and accessible to fans too. Speaking of accessible, holy shit. King Diamond is doing a little cross country run, and it's going to be all intimate settings. And
for real?
yeah, like in King Diamond's well known for their big arena type shows and stuff, but they're playing the fucking Riv in November, and because of work, it's like on a really bad night for me to go because I've worked the next morning. But I was reading that the VIP packages, you can actually meet him now. It's $600
Jesus.
for the
This guy
VIP.
making some money.
Yup. And I think you get like a meet and greet with him in the beginning and the band, and then you get to watch like 2 songs from the side of the stage, and then an early crack at merch.
Isn't your buddy and tattoo artist like obsessed with
She
King
is.
Diamond?
She bought her tickets.
she?
Yeah,
Did
because
she
we
get
were
the
all gonna go.
VIPs?
No, she couldn't do it. She's like, no way.
Yeah.
She's like, you can go to Mexico for like $1,200 for quite a decent amount of time,
Yeah.
and you're paying $600 for.
Yeah. We're all adults.
Yeah, like I said, if you were guaranteed like you get 10 minutes with him, I think that's a pretty decent price. 10 minutes, get to see some stuff on the side of the stage. You're hanging out. Not this.
Yeah.
"Oh, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Nice picture. Okay, next in line. Like that's why I don't do VIP packages now.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'd only do like, I don't know. I almost feel like the VIP packages are more like if you want like a signature on like something that you.
It's all these little extra knicknacks and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, most people are gonna come at least say hi outside.
Right.
You just paying for that. You're just guaranteed us.
I think the Chimera thing was cool because we like sat there like they bullshitted with us. We were talking about, our what was the lineup? Our fantasy lineup for the show.
set list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantasy set list.
They got some attention. I'm gonna have
And,
to bring that up to Rob. Did we mention that to Rob?
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
Our fantasy set list. But it was cool to have like the Chimera Christmas poster like signed and shit.
Yeah.
And that's something you could put up in your man cave or your, studio or music, whatever.
We only froze our fucking balls off.
Yeah, we
At least he give us a poster.
So damn, dude. Us against the world after the Signal fire. It kind of went back to the Killswitchy.
Yep.
From like the heaviness of the Signal fire to the Killswitchy vibe.
Agreed.
So, and it's obviously a little bit more uplifting than the last song.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, dude. I like it. I mean, I told the wife, I was like, this chorus is for us, babe. Because she likes Killswitch and, But I don't know. I'm the happy guy. I'm the positive one out of all of us. So that's why I like
You are.
it. Terrible.
Makes me sick.
Terrible. Fuck you.
Get out of here, you piece of shit.
I can get mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I put this was cookie cutter. I put this kill switch formula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why me and the wife like it.
It's not a bad song, but I feel we're recycling songs at this point. This reminds me of Beyond the Flames with that guitar underneath the chorus.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's even got that the chorus breakdown that it breaks everything down like to where the toms are, and it's just the way he sings it reminds me of straight up Beyond the Flames. Yeah, I just feel like it was cool the first time I heard it, but I still gave it 3 stars.
It's cool the first time I heard it.
I didn't really care for where he's like, the saga unfolds, the legends of like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
I just know he has like a lot more potential on like making stuff sound different, but I feel like on some of the songs he kind of like just goes with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
There's so much
kind of gets like a basic idea and then just leaves it there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I what they say about this album, like Adam didn't like the way it was recorded because they had to have all the breaks with his vocal surgery and shit.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so
right.
there was a lot of times where Jesse was like stuck, and then he went in with Adam, and they kind of like worked the shit out. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe it's
Shows a lot of tenacity. It gives you a lot of respect for it. It's kind
Yeah.
of hard to be like shitting all over something, but
But
you're the one
I-
listening to this.
Yeah.
That's where we'll be doing
But I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm thinking maybe the next album may even be heavier than this. But I'm excited about how heavy this album turned out
Yeah.
to be. Way heavier than I expected,
Yes.
especially after Incarnate.
Right. That's what we were hoping for. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But it's weird though. Like you're already the third track in. That's what I was thinking. Like, well, here it is. Like you were waiting for it to
Yeah.
kind of.
Here's
get
the
back to
turning
it.
point, as they say.
But did you get picked back up on the Crownless King?
Crownless King.
What's your film?
Worried with the slowdown that initially came, but still was fresh. So it's kind of that same thing again for me. Didn't hit close to home. No.
Chuck sounds great on this fucking tune, man. It's got that Testament style riff.
That's
Yeah.
why, I think it picked it back up because Chuck's
Right.
featured in it.
For some reason, I wanted to embrace it a little bit more. If there was just one more part that really fucking hit home on that Testament side, I'd been like all about it.
Yeah.
Halftime feel behind the Testament riff for the bridge, I liked. Lyrics actually have some anger. I was like, here we go. Here's a little bit of something.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the lyrics are?
We already know what that's about.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
But the guy here, the guy's not here to
Yeah, go
defend it. Come on, Ivan, where you at, bro?
I guess we'll have a rebuttal for him.
Yeah.
This is about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Crownless,
Chuck Billy's very out there, like as far as saying his opinion of what's going on politically.
Really? I've never heard anything about it. I thought it was Skolnick.
Mm-mm.
I'll have to
He's-
check,
I mean, he's-
I'll have to check
his
Billy.
heritage right
Yeah.
there tells
Yep.
you like
Exactly.
how he feels
Mm-hmm.
about like.
Hey, John Redcorn, don't you and your people celebrate Thanksgiving?
But I don't know what they went on tour with Testament, so
Makes sense.
I wonder if I think what happened is the bands that they toured with has like kind of influenced
off.
them to go like this more thrashy
Right.
feel.
I didn't realize how deep Chuck can get. I
Oh,
know he's
yeah,
got
dude.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dude.
Listen
Like,
to those
he-
old things, man.
He
Yeah.
could have came out
Low.
this day and age and fucking ripped it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
He's one of
about
the first dudes I remember hearing doing that shit.
Yeah. I think he gets
Yeah.
heavier than fucking Phil sometimes, dude. I mean, I know you're like, don't even fucking say that.
I'm
Like-
Phil's low, but he's like a talking kind of lazy low.
Yeah.
Well, fucking, he's more brutal.
Yeah.
Billy is.
yeah, and we're all drawn. You're drawn to Alive or Just Breathing. You're going to defend it. Phil, I'll defend what he was back then. Now, I know. I just don't think it's possible anymore. You know, you see Phil and they're doing the Vulgar Display covers with the Illegals, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think if they were to cover any other Panteras, he can come out there and do a Suicide Note Part 2?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's just that your voice changes over
Yeah.
time. He's given everything. Even with this new stuff with and Minor, there's some parts that are just really like you could tell he's given everything he got. Even
I
with,
haven't really jammed that much. Either.
there's only 2 songs, so
Like
There's
I
not
It's
much
good.
to jam.
huh?
I said there's not much to jam.
No, there's not. Yeah, no. He wears like a suit and tie, not a tie, but like a suit.
does he?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. When they're playing, yeah.
Hmm.
I would still go see it because it's an interesting experience. I bet, but I'm just waiting for Down. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
I am
slow
broken
one.
too.
I hated this when I first heard it.
Did you?
I wasn't very fond of it either.
I terribly hated it, and I was like, "All right, man, I get it."
Yeah.
Like,
I still hate it,
I still hate it.
but I respect the lyrical content of it. I think it's better lyrically than it is as a song. If
Yeah,
that makes sense.
to me, it was a poem that they turned into a song.
Right.
To me,
And I like it now.
if I'm gonna jump in here, I would say it felt like it was written in 5 minutes.
You think so?
Like it doesn't stick to anything very long. Like everything's just move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of on it for that. But Jesse's conviction in the song is what works for me. The
Right.
way he
Yeah.
sings it.
Because you know where it's coming from. You know what I mean?
It's honest.
You know, I guess the only other thing to touch on is like the vocal harmonies with Adam. Having 2 singers like that kind of really gives it that makes the melody stand out when you're harmonizing better.
Right.
It's that Alice in Chains effect when you got 2 different voices doing it
Exactly.
as opposed to the same one. So,
Yeah.
what I give it a 4? Yeah, I give it a 4.
I just think I don't know the lyrics like that's what does it for me. Like at first I was like, oh, all right, the music and all of it together was like not that. It was okay. Like I said, I really didn't like it. But then as you listen to it, you're like, okay, I see myself in you. I know you can make it through. You're like, damn, that's some deep shit.
Yeah.
Or I'll reopen my wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously he's talking about, helping others or whatever.
Right.
And he's trying to make the whole thing about depression and being fucked up and all that good stuff. So
Yeah, well, we were.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, all
All that good stuff.
Like they did something to help raise awareness for local cause too for suicide prevention. So that's cool. I just like you said, it's just better, more poetry I feel than a song. I was just like, oh, okay.
But it's still stigma in metal.
It is. It really
so
is.
I think that's where he's like stating like that's why he's trying to stay the course
right.
because it's still like a stigma.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's easy to jump on that negativity train and all that stuff.
Is it?
Toot toot.
All aboard.
toot, toot.
Follow me down, guys.
Misery loves company, man. Misery
loves company.
You totally changed it.
I did.
They did.
I couldn't figure it out at the end.
You insist that the weight of the world. Know your enemy.
No, you're not.
You're not as sure as the sun will rise.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
the-
I already crossed off this next one. As the sun will rise.
Do
I-
you know? You
I got it.
anything?
I got it. I put
Hold on.
vocally top tier.
You think so?
That's it.
Yeah,
It sounded good.
I like the whole little healer seeker true believer, like the way he did
Yeah.
healer seeker.
Yeah.
That's the fucking Jesse I like. I know he can get fucking heavy like that.
Yeah.
And that's what like stands out.
That stuck out to me too. The only thing, the pickup vocals in the chorus remind me of like Machine Head on like the last one. I can't. Think,
yeah.
I can't think. Yeah.
It feels like Machine Head-ish. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not doing the melody right, but yeah, the way he comes in with it, straight up reminded me of something off of Machine Head's last one.
Or I felt the Trivium vibe kind of too on that chorus.
Yeah, I don't like Trivium, so I'm gonna take your word for it.
Well, yeah, I don't. That's why I don't really care. I don't really care for Trivium either for some reason. But I probably heard a song.
Wait
from
a minute.
Trivium that sounds like that.
You're telling me that there was another song off of the last Machine Head album besides Volatile?
Yes, there's like 15 of them.
No, there was only one song on that album that was good, and it was Volatile. Volatile.
Breakdown reminds me of something off of Descent. I was thinking maybe Tribute to the Fallen, but I gave this one a 3. It's stock kind of
Yeah.
Killswitch.
Got anything to add to that there, Red?
No, I like the. I mean, it's my formula.
Okay.
It's my formula.
So that means you know your enemy. I put standard. That's all I put.
Standard?
Standard. Like standard kill switch.
For this
What?
one, I don't think so.
That's what I put.
I think you just.
He's fucking like.
I tried.
I think he's lyrically he's doing more on this song than he. I don't more.
I think you're right, but when it first started, like bow down to, I was like, oh, here we go again. We got another fucking lyric we hear all the time. Because I think Us Against the World's a pretty standard like title. I Am Broken. No. As Sure as the Sun Will Rise is one of them like kind of anecdotal things you hear all the time. Bow down, and I was like, oh, here we go again. But dude, I think the riffs are fucking heavy. It's that awesome Lamb of God bluesy kind of riff.
Yeah.
You just don't get that out of Killswitch enough. No singing, I drew a thumbs up.
Yeah, you're right.
If this was 2007 and I was playing this in like the stereo, I'd have fucking popped this thing out. I fucking broke it. I would threw it out the window. I don't need no fucking singing in this song. Thank God he didn't ruin it. That's all I'm saying. There's off-time accents in this that are done well. Resist, that pre-chorus is Lamb of God, Nightmare Seeker. Like, damn, he's got the chords ringing out in the back, and he's kind of doing that straight up Nightmare Seeker. I like the harmonized pitch of like that pre-chorus where he's picking it, but it's a good song. It's a 4 for me.
It's weird. We get these. It's weird when we're like we clash a little bit because we kind of all I feel will get the same general idea. It just I don't know. It just didn't hit.
We're riding that depression train and it came to a fucking screeching halt just there.
Dude, I don't know, dude. I feel like you said, like in the lyrics, I don't know. These are a little more angry.
Yeah,
That's
when
why
I first started, that was the first thing I wrote down. I was like, bow down. And I was like,
bow down to no one, resist the system.
Yeah, that was the second line. Yeah,
And then you got locked and loaded, waiting to explode. Pawns of illusion, subjugating to control. Like that's some good shit, dude.
It definitely picked
and
up.
like the way he puts it and all that. I don't know. I like his.
I think it's one of the
I like his
ones.
subject. For me, I like his subject matter. Probably a little bit.
All
more.
3 of them. All three of them.
All three of his subjects.
Unity.
Positive, unity, butt sex.
I was listening to Josta's show a while ago. I can't tell you which episode it was, but I remember he said that after they did Supremacy, he hired a consultant. I don't want to say it's a vocal coach because I don't want to get misquoted on that, but somebody to help him with his lyrics because he said he felt too dependent upon the hardcore.
See, that's the
phrasing.
thing, man.
He's got the words to retire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse, I'll give it to you. Jesse could retire a few words, but I still like it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
You know.
Yeah. He said
Has he been on Josta?
Yeah,
Jesse?
like that was the first time I ever heard Josta's podcast was Leach.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like within the first 50.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to go back.
So I don't know if he's had him on since.
That'd be
but
cool to kind of. I like
catch up.
Joss's shit, dude. Like he gets in depth and stuff like that. So
I kind of stopped listening for a while.
yeah, there's I know all the.
There's like a half hour to 45
ads.
minutes before you get to the
Oh my
fucking
gosh,
show now.
right?
So I was like, I'll come back in a month or two.
Yeah.
But God, I got hate for everything.
No.
I still like Josta, dude. I like it.
Him and Craig got into it once.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, because they were talking about the meet and greets and stuff like that. Because Josta was, I think, because it was all online, but he put something like, "Come on out," because we were playing in Joliet, and he's like, "Come on out." VIP packages are still available. I think it was like $50. And Craig was like, "Yeah, let's shit on everybody that's been standing outside your bus for the last 2 hours," because he was going to that show. And Justice said something like to the effect of, "It's cold outside." He goes, "Yeah, no shit, but I'm not going to pay money to come and meet you." He's like, "How do you think the Cro-Mags would feel about that?" And I guess that struck a chord with him. And he was like, "Oh, this is the money that we depend on to eat and everything, yada, yada, yada." And then Craig was like, "Well, you guys aren't in a fucking van. I'm looking at a luxury bus right in front of me. And then I'm going to go in and spend $35 on a T-shirt for you guys."
Ooh.
So, the thread was super long, but Craig...
But hey, compared to $600 fucking VIP,
Yeah,
$50 don't sound
exactly.
so bad now.
Dude, I have no problem because that money is going to support the band, but also at the same point, I'm not getting what I feel out of it. It's the same reason why I'm not going to pay $50 to meet that actor at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Look, everything's
You
a
know?
little bit of bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
There's always a hint of shit. Like anything can be taken cynically. If you love the band and you have the money, fucking support them.
Right.
We're just sitting in our high horse fucking carriage. I'd rather see Josta get rich and earn his money than all this other shit that gets popular and stuff.
Mhm.
So it's a double-edged sword. But
Last time Superjoint played out here, it was only $40 to meet them, but it was literally just boom, handshake, 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 no pictures, go.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be my experience.
I know, but then you're like, then we all bitch about why bands don't come to certain towns or they can't go on tour.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
well, why did Shadows Fall, why aren't they a band anymore?
hey,
Well,
last time we saw Killswitch at out in Joliet, we met every one of them. They were just standing outside the bus talking to people and
yeah.
didn't have to pay shit.
Which I think some bands do realize that people can't afford it. So they'll come out and bullshit with you outside of the bus.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna fucking ignore you. I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a certain situation, circumstance.
Exodus. Excuse me.
But yeah. Everybody's gonna have a shitty day every now and then. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is. You're not going to win
We
with
hold
that.
people up to higher standards,
We do.
and then we bitch.
And then
at 'em.
everybody gets mad at me because I hold them to higher standards. Something sucks. It's supposed to be nice, dude. I'm just holding people to higher standards.
So the next song was
Take
Take
control.
Control.
What do you guys got?
Back to like another Killswitchy.
Yep.
Which I kind of like that they threw, because the album was so heavy. It kind of makes me enjoy like these Killswitchy
Well, let me
choruses.
slide in here for you.
for me.
I
Slide in.
put in quotes sludge riff.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe because it's like the heavy, slow, kind of chuggy for them. But I think this has the strongest chorus on the album for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
The opening reminds me of like As I Lay Dying, though. And
Ooh.
for me, it's the best song on the album for me. I give it
Is it really?
4.5.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, I figured you would be.
I did get kind of like a Jake Davis feel fucking chorus. When the fear and panic. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
totally Jake. 'Cause
Yes.
it has that like
Yeah.
epic-y.
You
don't know.
must take control.
This one was my favorite. This one here. Ravenous, the next one up.
Okay, yeah.
I liked it.
Oh, he did.
Oh.
Did you even say anything with this other one? You were
No,
saying-
because
No,
I
he's
shook
just
my
like-
head because I put formula. Same
Formula. We all got so many different fucking opinions. We hear it so differently.
thing. Yeah.
That's the cool thing about music. Yeah. Oh, dude.
It was
Ravenous.
choppy. It's choppy.
The
I liked
slide.
It. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
It hit
fucking
me.
heavy, dude.
It hit me.
It's really. Jake doesn't like this song. I can tell you right now.
What?
Tell me.
Do you want?
Jake.
Oh, all right, okay. It's got good riffs. It's not a bad song, but it's not great. The
There
chorus
you
is going to be catchy, but nothing groundbreaking. Nice little acoustic guitar that comes in. I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
That's good for you.
I like
You know?
It just feels different. Well, like
Not that, but what?
different, but yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit different. from the
Different,
album.
but not different. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
that breath of relief for me because it kind of
like the
tanked
little
for me
triplets.
here.
Like when he slides on the fucking guitar,
Yeah.
and he slides down, then it's got that little.
It had some
Kind of a
balls
throwback
to it.
to.
Yeah, I put AOJB.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
that's-
go. Look at us.
I'm good at breves, sweet breves. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me because we talked about this, you and me, during the week. We were kind of like going back and forth. Like, what are you
Yeah.
thinking about this? Because this one took me a couple of times to really
To get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
me too.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, it did too.
In all fairness, that's how it was for Light the Torch, though, too. It took me
Yeah.
probably longer to get in that one than this one, but that one, when it did click, it was just fucking straight on from there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. It's yeah. Same thing with Like the Torch. I was like, I don't know, dude. It's too clean. And then I was like, holy shit. This is like great. Like,
Yes,
no wonder why they did it because it's awesome.
right.
So like for this album, I was like, no, like I heard the first song or Unleashed. I wanted heavy Killswitch. Then I listened to the album. I was like, this is heavy Killswitch, but I don't know if I'm satisfied with it. And then I listened to it
Yeah.
more, and then I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yep.
now I'm on board.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, that Ravenous caught me.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, okay, I like it.
Ooh, yeah. This is tasty.
And then they go back to I Can't Be the Only One, and he's very, very. I mean,
What do you got?
I
over
put,
there, Jay?
I can't be the only one. Don't worry, Jesse, you're not.
not.
I assure you, sir. You're not. Whatever it is you want to talk about, you're not. And that's one of them, like, titles I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite on the record. I don't like the poppy feel. And is it the intro to My Last Serenade again?
Oh no.
I heard the intro to My Last Serenade in it, totally.
Does it fit that? Because I was
Yeah,
going to go back and do it.
It is.
I still gave it a 2.5. Neither here nor there. It's not bad. It's not great. But it's my least I'm into.
The more I listened to it, the more I liked it. But I think that's with anything that's
Yeah.
you listen to a couple times, you're gonna find things you like.
Right. I put too
So-
many changes. I thought that it was just switched up too quick,
Yeah.
too much. Felt kind of all over. I don't know.
Yeah.
I this might have been like a better Times of Grace song for me.
Yeah, I
lyrically.
think it would fit better there.
Lyrically. So
Times
Tate,
of
don't lose your
waste.
faith. Try to believe. What'd you say?
I said times of waste.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. You want to go there too? All right, big guy.
I love
Put
it.
the gloves on.
These gloves are just tired. It's just the same. Like, you want me to be honest about Times of Grace? When you guys were all preaching into it, it just felt
Was
like
it all you guys or was it just me?
It was probably just him.
It was probably just me.
it was
all
Ivan.
fairness.
It was Ivan too.
Ivan.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're
that's
like
right.
butt buddies when it comes to that.
It felt like.
I got like 3 songs I listened to off that. That's it.
Did you?
No.
I tried. I really tried, but it
You guys
was.
fucking have no emotions,
I
okay?
guess. It was.
You're
kind-
emotionless.
It was like stripped down B-sides of Killswitch.
Oh,
That's what I felt. Honest to
Terrible.
God, I know. I just couldn't get into it.
I
I don't know
know.
what it was,
I
man.
know.
But like we're all.
Go listen to the Ramones.
I do.
I know. So don't talk shit about my Times of Grace.
I don't know. But it's like I'll be like, no, it's too soft. But then I'm fucking crying myself to sleep listening to Typo.
I
And
just,
so
I
you
just
know,
didn't feel anything on that Chuck Billy song. It's just
I just didn't feel anything. Like,
It
what?
it was just heavy to be heavy. I felt I would rather listen if I could. That song right there, I would rather listen. Like, okay, that song, if you really want to get into it, kind of reminded me of the same feel of Brotherhood of the Snake from Testament.
Fair enough.
And I would rather listen to that one than
Than
Killswitch.
Fair enough.
It's kind of like, oh, you've got this dude who's. It's the same thing. We're going back to Slipknot. You've got this material that's reminiscent of something else that's better in your opinion. So I want to go listen to that one instead.
I agree. I mean, we're all gonna go back to the original. Like, if something sounds like something before, we're gonna like the original better.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless you do something completely different.
I just knew going into this episode. I think I was just kill switched out because with Alive or Just Breathing, like since we kind of did it recently, I went through all that. Yeah. So then we're pushing through this. I was like, oh, we're.
And this is the most similar thing I think to Alive or Just Breathing that they've done. I think. I don't know.
I could see the merits of that statement.
I don't want to say. Well, I don't know.
It's along the lines of
Disarm of the Descent might have been the most.
Well, it was like
Disarm of the Descent was heavy, dude.
It was heavy as
starting
shit.
over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you take Disarm of the Descent over this?
No.
No?
I think there's songs on there I like, probably like Beyond the Flames. That's a 5 for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, Take Control is the highest rated one on this one for me, but that Disarm the Descent, like when I first heard it, I was so into it, but then at the same time I was like, man, I really feel pretty strongly about half of these songs, because it's got Turning Point and Tribute to the Fallen, and
I don't know,
a couple other ones I really like.
The New Awakening was good.
I think the heaviest
In Due Time.
I liked the way they opened up the album though. This Hell in Me.
Yeah.
That was heavy, dude.
It was heavy.
Like, god damn. That was like a welcome back.
Mm-hmm. I remember when that album came out. That's when the drums were over there, and I had the kids recording me doing the drums for that. I was like, we need to send this to Richie.
Yeah.
That was a good one. You know what? To answer your question, I guess yes. I would take Disarm of the Descent
over this album,
even though it's less aggressive than this album is, musically speaking. Mm-hmm. It did what it was trying to do well. There was a lot more hooks on Disarm the Descent, but it felt more
natural.
Yeah, I guess.
I get the natural part.
Yeah. Due time.
Yeah.
Sweet like
You Don't Bleed for Me. That was a fucking cool song. I like that.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Black Label. No, but I completely understand. And you turned me onto that album. I was like, no, that was the first album my wife got into. And she fucking notoriously hates Killswitch.
Yes, she does.
Hates them.
It's one of the things me and her don't agree on, okay? Mm-hmm. She makes good coffee, though.
She does make good coffee. It's because you could, like, put a fucking spoon in that and it stands straight up.
I know. Yeah. So I feel fucking good right now. Like, let's go run.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
And then we don't. And then they finish it off with Bite the Hand That Feeds. One of my favorite riffs.
It was a good Nine Inch Nails cover.
Oh, yeah?
At least even Fear Factory changed the fucking title. Bite the Hand That Bleeds.
I like that song too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Archetype, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that album.
God bless that album, man.
They play it live, but they never will.
For me, Bite the Hand That Feeds, the lyric content was the most interesting on the album. Other than that, that's the only thing that really interests me on that song.
See, I liked it.
2.5.
I put heavier than its predecessors, meaning the last couple songs.
This is one I feel like it's heavy to be heavy.
You think so?
Yeah.
I said I liked how it did the old school fade out. It felt like you were listening to a tape like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I don't know. For the whole album, dude, I'm a Killswitchy. So I was very happy with the route that they took, like the heaviness, and I enjoyed like the Killswitchy songs that were on there.
Yeah.
So if we're talking out of 10, I'm gonna go 8.5 because I'm gonna go high. It's my favorite fucking band, bro. It's my favorite fucking band since Metallica.
Is it? I guess that would make sense for you, wouldn't it? Huh.
I mean, Metallica fucked me out of metal for like 10 years of my life. It's 5 to 7, 5 to 7 years. I was just like, oh, Metallica and Ozzy.
Yeah.
And then I got into the new stuff.
You know, on that last track, though, I said that it was kind of cool because with that whole fade out, it kind of gave you that reflection period. It kind of like let you sit there and kind of like think about.
Okay, this is the album.
Yeah, like what do you think about this? Because honest to God, I probably did this 5.5 times the week leading to this, just to really try and get in.
Oh, listen to the album?
Yeah, and really try and feel it. And I felt like I was forcing myself to. It makes me uncomfortable though, like doing what we do, because this position we're in forces you to come across from an analytical standpoint, and there's sometimes when you just can't.
Yeah.
You know, you're like sitting there like, I haven't got any content for the show this weekend. Like it's this didn't move me,
Yeah.
but it necessarily wasn't horrible, but it was Killswitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's my opinion. Because look
not-
at you, you're a fan. You dug it. You gave it like a
We're
B.
all gonna have things that we list that we're gonna review, and
Right.
like, okay, like I don't know if we were gonna review another like Ghost for Christ's sakes, you're gonna talk for hours and hours about how much you love them and
Just those first 2 albums.
the first 2 albums.
That's it. Because it moved me.
Yes.
It was a mysterious band that I had no idea even existed. Fucking drove to Detroit in one night and came back to work the next day just to get that theatrical element. You hang out with these people after a show for hours.
So that's the feel.
It's the feel, how you felt.
How it gives you, yeah.
Maya Angelou.
That's why, yeah.
You know, it's not what someone said. It's how they made you feel. I am the walrus. You know.
I am
this
the
guy.
walrus.
Yeah, but
Shut the fuck up.
But honestly, since you kind of did it on the Slipknot one, I kind of have to jock off you now because it kind of changes. Overall, for a Killswitch fan, like all the Reds of the world, I would say this is a 7.8. But for me, like knowing Killswitch and kind of been with them since like 2003-ish, I would honestly have to say it was a 7.2.
Still better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, still better than you.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Like, this is one I really sat down, took notes, and did my rankings and shit. And added everything up. It's a 7, like a straight 7. And it's just because there's just a couple songs that I gave like that 2.5. It's just like it's not. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know. So
Right.
I mean, songs can throw it off. You're at the end of
So
if you
it
think
seems
about
worse.
if you think about overall,
yeah.
Yeah.
like if we're talking like that Slipknot song, I could fucking put a 0 or 1 on all those little
Like I did?
interludes, and it
Yes.
would fucking bring the score down.
Which I
did. Which I did.
But you got your kill. Like if I had the opportunity to go to, like, they just played some record store out in Cali.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be cool.
If I can go there and listen to this track by track, I would much rather listen to it that way than this way.
Yeah.
But Slipknot, you're never going to get that. That's that produced sound. That is that machine that's out there. I still feel that Killswitch is going to throw down with you in a club of like 1,500 people.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like I'd put this over most of the Killswitch stuff. Like
Yeah?
it's probably either number 2 or number 3.
Really?
For you.
Yeah.
And the Heartache's still your number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll be worth going back and revisiting just to kind of bring it out of the darkness again, but see how you really feel. Put that shit under a microscope. But yeah.
I think when you're like this big of a band, you got so much content that if you're gonna go see like a live show for this, you're gonna be happy regardless,
Right.
Because they're gonna play like good songs from each. Well, I don't know, it's good, but hit songs from each album.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because you
it,
want
it had its hits.
Yeah.
It
They're
had,
at the point where it's like straight hits list.
Yeah.
And then if you're lucky, you'll get 1 or maybe 2.
like
out of
when the
ordinary.
album, like the best time to hear like something different is when the album comes out.
Yeah.
Because they might play, like, when Disarmed to Dissent came out, they played You Don't Bleed For Me. They're probably never going to play that live again.
Right.
But they played it at that show that we were at.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, I'll probably never hear this again because it's not that big in the ranking of Killswitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think a night with a certain band
Is
what-
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once you get so many albums.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have that time to fill.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, yeah,
All
I
right.
don't know.
Well, that's our opinion.
I wish we had Ivan here for this one, but
Yeah, we'll have to have him chime in next time for sure.
Faux show.
So thanks for listening, guys. We're Wasted Attention. Any corrections, submissions, rebuttals, anything like that, we'd love to read it on the air. wastedattention@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, SoundCloud, Anchor, Apple Podcast. Just Google us, Wasted Attention. We're pretty fucking accessible, seeing as that nobody's really reaching out to us. So,
Hey,
Shout out.
you were gonna.
Yeah.
We were gonna have one of your buddies on because
Yeah.
we had a few people that listened.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties today, but we will be trying to seek him down. We got something really special planned for him in that episode, so hopefully we can grab him for that.
Reach out if you want to talk about something. You live in the area. Fuck, we'll discuss it.
Yeah, you from Chicago? So we come
If you
on.
like the
Yeah.
band, if you like the episode or whatever we're talking about, reach out.
Yeah. you can-
Shout out to fans of Killswitch Engage on Facebook. Let's destroy my other two hosts about Alive or Just Breathing. Come on, guys, get on this. I want to hear you. Fans
They're
of
gonna
Killswitch
hate us.
Engage on
They're gonna hate
Facebook,
us.
baby.
You don't want my opinion. I'm not gonna say no opinions. No opinions here.
We're good people, I promise.
Let's get some shit started.
You fucking try and review an album, though. Anybody out there who thinks they can do it better than us? First of all, I'm sure there is. Second of all, if you can give us a track-by-track analysis better than I liked it, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna
You got
come
to
on
get
here.
in depth. You got to get
You
in there.
have to.
You
and
got to
that's
get
what-
in. You know.
That's what makes it hard if you look at the great scheme of things, man. You know.
Hey, you can like both singers, but let's not pretend there's one that's not better than the other.
Oh,
That's my
Oh,
fucking opinion.
let's go, baby.
Oh, God. You know, we were gonna end on a positive note, so
Uh,
rise up.
Depressed
Fucking-
train coming in for a landing, bro.
Whoop whoop.
Stop
PMA.
We'll see you guys next week.
Later.